The George Floyd trial?
Yeah, it's been broadcast publicly, which is pretty rare for these kind of trials, and it's been one of the more astonishing things that we've seen in the American legal system in recent years. This is a profoundly emotional trial. I think we've really heard a lot about who George Floyd was as a person. I think it's also been a reminder of the kind of tactics police tactics that have come under attack over the last year. You've had multiple, other members of the law enforcement community saying that they believed that Derek Chauvin's use of force was excessive, but the Chauvin defense is that this is what he was trained to do, and I think that in and of itself, I think, stands out to a lot of people that this is also a trial of a certain way of American policing.
There's been a lot of talk about Joe Biden's infrastructure plan as well. Some say too bold, some say not bold enough.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, one of the more interesting questions, particularly as the economy starts to heat up again. Republicans are not really interested in going along with this plan. I think there's no chance that he's going to get 10, regardless of the size of that they ultimately end up at. You have some Democrats like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez pushing for a bill as high as $10 trillion. You have other moderate Democrats who I think are starting to get a little cold feet with some of the spending, but I think there is some room to push the Biden administration to go a little higher than the figure it currently is at now, which is $2.2 trillion. We're not seeing the same kind of pushback on spending that we've seen from Republicans, pretty consistently during Democratic administrations for the last 30 years. There hasn't been a major infrastructure bill like this in quite a while, but the question is going to be how the Biden administration can shepherd this bill through, given, I think, the skepticism both on the moderate wing for the size of the bill as it currently is now. There are some of them that want tax cuts for the wealthy, in particularly New York and New Jersey, as being part of this bill. And then you also have progressives on the other side who are pushing for this bill to be even bolder.
I'll tell you what, Alex, you and I were both sports fans. There's certainly still a lot of money in sport. Record incomes and contracts in the NFL, another baseball contract, $450 million over 10 years.
Francisco Lindor, who just signed for my beloved New York Mets, just signed for about $360 million over 10 years. I think these are reminders of just how wealthy many people in America are, and just how rich these professional sports teams are. We've seen baseball come back just yesterday with fans in the stands for the first time since 2019.
Yeah, I gave you an Australian dollar term of 450 million, but whatever it is, it gets you a lot of Easter eggs this weekend. Now, let's have a look at the vaccine rollout. Seems to be going well.
I think it's going extraordinarily well. I think a lot of people are very, very happy. I think the Biden administration feels like they're well ahead of where they expected to be only a few months ago. 31% of Americans have received one dose of the shot. I believe 17% at this point are fully vaccinated. I'm getting my first shot next week. I think what we're seeing now is really the country start to turn a corner. I think there's a real sense of optimism, and you saw this with the jobs report earlier today, a sense that the economy is about to come roaring back, that we can start to go back to doing some things that we used to do, like go to restaurants and go to baseball games, which I'm particularly excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. A new normal. Well, enjoy your Easter weekend, Alex, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.